Hello, this is Joe MTL Vintage Cards bringing you another game from the 1959 Major League Baseball season. This game will be simmed using using inside pitch in the background, rolling as cards and dice, and we will be capturing the statistics on replay baseball as you see on the screen right here. We are back after a brief hiatus. For all 5 of you subscribers, thank you very much. The intent of this is not to gain thousands of subscribers. It's an itch to scratch, and happy to join me. Any feedback would be appreciated. Before we get to today's game, let's look at the standings. In the American League, the Boston Red Sox lead with the White Sox just half game behind and the Baltimore Orioles 1 game behind that. Trailing the pack are the Kansas City Athletics and the Washington Senators. In the National League, the picture is a little bit more scrambled with the better teams struggling in the early going, notably the Milwaukee Braves, who are 8-13, when in real life they were 86-70. The Los Angeles Dodgers are also just a little bit over 500, but there are the good news story of the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds having strong starts, and most notably the Reds with a current 8-game winning streak. Let's look at the games that were played so far on this busy Sunday, May 10, 1959. The Boston Red Sox beat the Baltimore Orioles in the first game of the doubleheader. It was Jim Brewer beat Arnie Portocarrero. That was an exciting game, and an equally exciting game. In the second game, the Orioles came back to defeat the Red Sox 3-2. Other games of note, the Chicago Cubs beat the Cardinals at Busch Stadium 7-5 in the first game of the doubleheader. And Ernie Bangs says, let's play two. However, the Cardinals went on to defeat the Cubs 1-0 in a sparkling 4-hit shutout by Ernie Broglio. Okay, let's go to the game. Today's starting lineups. For Walter Alston's Los Angeles Dodgers, coming in with a record of 14-13. Jim Gilliam will lead off, playing right field. Charlie Neal will play second base. Batting third, Don Demeter will be in center. Gil Hodges will bat cleanup and play first base. Rapolsky will be in left. Dick Gray will be at third. Bob Lillis will be at short. The catcher will be Joe Pignatano, and the starting pitcher will be Johnny Podres. The Dodgers lineup is loaded with right-handed batters, as the San Francisco Giants under Bill Rigney have Bill McCormick, the lefty, on the mound. The starting lineup for the Giants is Jim Davenport at third, Jackie Brandt in left. Batting third is Willie Mays, who's off to a slow start, batting only .258. Orlando Cepeda will be at first, batting cleanup. Felipe Alou will be in right. Darrell Spencer plays second base, batting sixth. Andre Rogers will be the shortstop, batting seventh. Bob Schmidt will do the catching, batting eighth. And finally, Mike McCormick will do the pitching and batting ninth. On the mound, as I say, is Mike McCormick. This is his 8th game. He has a 1-1 record and a 1 save for good measure with a 6.39 ERA. He will be facing Jim Gilliam. On the season, Gilliam is batting .262 with no home runs and 4 RBIs. And Gilliam, the first offering from McCormick to Gilliam is a ball that's hit to second base, past Spencer, and into right field for a leadoff single. Gilliam is aboard. He could not get the lead. Charlie Neal batting second. On the season, Charlie Neal batting .250 with 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. And Charlie Neal will ground it to the pitcher. And it's a slow roller. McCormick's only play is to Cepeda at first, and that's the first out of the, and that's the first out. And Gilliam moves over to second base. Batting third is Don Demeter. Demeter is batting .280 with 5 home runs and 20 RBIs so far this season. Demeter hits a fly ball to left field. Jackie Brandt is all over it. Easy play, and that's out number 2. Cleanup hitter with 2 out and Gilliam at second is Gil Hodges. Hodges is batting .400. Strong start so far, 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. And Hodges will strike out for the third out of the inning. At the bottom of the first, Johnny Podres on the mound. This is his 8th game as well. He has a 2-1 record with a 4.25 ERA, the left-hander from Whitby, New York. Jim Davenport, leadoff hitter for the Giants. He's batting .229 with 1 home run and 7 RBIs. And Davenport promptly strokes a single past Lillis and into right field. And the Giants have a leadoff single of their own. Jackie Brandt on the season is batting .260 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. And that'll be a ground ball to Bob Lillis. Bob Lillis, his only play is at first base. Over to second goes Davenport for out number 1, which brings up Willie Mays. And you can see that Willie Mays is way behind his pace, his real-life pace so far. Mays has 8 home runs, 18 RBIs, and hitting only .258. Padres pitch to Willie Mays is a ball that is hit in the gap. Scooping it up is Don Demeter. He fires it into second, and on to score is Jim Davenport. And Mays' RBI double gives the Giants a 1-0 lead. Orlando Cepeda, the Giants' cleanup hitter, is hitting .330 with 4 home runs and 18 RBIs, and he also has 8 stolen bases for good measure. And Cepeda strikes out for out number 2. Batting 5th is Felipe Alou. Alou on the season, batting .233 with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. And Alou will hit the fly ball to left field, not too deep. Rapolsky is there for the third out of the inning. But the Giants score a run to take a 1-0 lead. Top of the second inning, Rip Rapolsky's up in limited duty. He's batting .286 with no home runs and 3 RBIs. That's ball 1 to Rapolsky. That's ball 2 to Rapolsky. And that's a deep fly ball to center field. Willie Mays is there for out number 1. Dick Gray is the next hitter. Gray, in 21 at-bats, is batting .476 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. McCormick deals to Gray. That'll be a range play. Jackie Brandt ranges, and Jackie Brandt makes the catch. Fine running catch by Jackie Brandt in left field. Brandt, in left field for out number 2. The shortstop is Bob Lillis, he is the next hitter. Lillis is batting .250. He has no home runs and 2 RBIs. Lillis again is in the game because of his right-handed bat against the left-hander Johnny Podres. And Lillis will pop it up to short. When this ball comes down, it'll be the 3rd out of the inning. All right, to the bottom of the 2nd we go. Johnny Podres will face Darryl Spencer, Andre Rogers, and Bob Schmidt. On the season, Darryl Spencer is hitting .275 with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Ball 1. And Spencer hits a ball to Dick Gray. Scoops it up. He fires it to first for out number 1. Andre Rogers. Andre Rogers batting .324. Nice start. 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. And Andre Rogers swings and misses, strike 3, and that's out number 2. And that's McCormick's 2nd strikeout of the game. To bring up Bob Schmidt. Schmidt batting .314, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. The right-handed hitting catcher faces Johnny Podres, and he hits a ball to left field, not too deep. Rapolsky is there, and that's out number 3. We've completed 2, and the Giants have a early 1-0 lead. 8th place hitter Joe Pignatano, the catcher, batting .261 with no home runs and 3 RBIs. McCormick deals to Pignatano. Tough chance for Jackie Brandt, and Brandt can't get it. It drops in front of him, and that's a leadoff single for Joe Pignatano. Johnny Podres will be asked to bunt. Padres on the season, look at him, .538. We might just make him hit. Walter Alston takes off the bunt sign and lets Padres hit. And that ball is grounded to Cepeda. Cepeda throws it to Rogers, who's his only play, and Padres beats out the throw to first. If you're scoring at home, that's 3-6. Which brings up Jim Gilliam. Gilliam singled his first time up. And Gilliam will strike out for out number 2. Charlie Neal is the next hitter. Neal was out the first. He bounded to the pitcher the first time up. And the pitch to Neal is a single to center field. Holding at second is Johnny Podres. 2 out with 2 on, and the Dodgers have something cooking here with Don Demeter, who hit a fly out his first time up. And Demeter hits a ball that's deep, and that ball is up and out of here. A 3-run shot for Don Demeter. And now the Dodgers have a 3-1 lead, and that's Demeter's 6th home run of the year. So McCormick collects himself, and as Gil Hodges digs in, and Hodges hits a ball deep. Way, way back goes Willie Mays, and that one is gone. Back-to-back jacks for Demeter and Gil Hodges. And this is Hodges' 5th home run of the year, and it's 4-1 Dodgers. Rip Rapolsky is the next hitter, and Rapolsky will hit a ball to Cepeda. He takes it to the bag himself for out number 3. Finally, the Giants are out of it. Let's see if they can come back with pitcher Mike McCormick. He'll stay in the game. It's still early. And McCormick will strike out. Jim Davenport is up. Davenport singled and scored in the first inning. And Davenport proceeds to strike out again, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for the great Johnny Podres. Bringing up Jackie Brandt, who bounced to the shortstop Bob Lillis his first time up. And Brandt proceeds to strike out, and Podres strikes out the side. Top of the fourth we go. The Dodgers ahead 4-1 with Dick Gray, Bob Lillis, and Joe Pignatano. And Gray will hit a ball to Cepeda again. He flips it to McCormick covering for out number 1. Bob Lillis is up. Lillis hits it to the pitcher McCormick, and that gets by him for a single. A 1-out single for Bob Lillis, bringing up Joe Pignatano. And Pignatano hits the ball to left field. Way back goes Jackie Brandt, warning track, and he's out. He grabs it. 2 out for Johnny Podres. And Podres hits it to Bob Lillis. To Orlando Cepeda, I'm sorry. Easy play. And out are the Dodgers in the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th, heart of the order with Willie Mays, Orlando Cepeda, and Felipe Alou. And Willie Mays hits a ball to short. Bob Lillis has it, scoops it up, and throws it to first for out number 1. Orlando Cepeda is the next hitter. Orlando Cepeda, this will be a chance for Dick Gray. Dick Gray, tough chance, but he gathers himself, picks it up, and throws it to first, and Cepeda is out by an eyelash at first base. Felipe Alou, 2 out, nobody on. And Felipe hits this ball to center field. Demeter is there. And that's out number 3. The Dodgers go quietly, the Giants go quietly in the 4th to the top of the 5th. And the top of the order with Jim Gilliam. Gilliam hits a ball to Cepeda. This is a tough chance for him, and it gets by him for a single. Scurrying is Felipe Alou to grab the ball. He fires it to second, holding Gilliam to a single. Gilliam cannot get the lead. He'll stay put. This at bat at least. And Charlie Neal strikes out. Let's see if Gilliam can get the lead. He cannot. Don Demeter. Demeter is the owner of a 3-run home run, his previous at-bat. And Demeter hits a fly ball way back to left field and caught by Jackie Brandt, and that's out number 2. So McCormick is not fully fooling Demeter. He's all over McCormick. 2 out with Gilliam at first for Gil Hodges. And Hodges slaps a sharp grounder to Davenport. He'll throw it the short way over to second for the 3rd out of the inning. Bottom of the 5th, Darrell Spencer, Andre Rogers, and Bob Schmidt. And that's a strikeout. And that's the 4th strikeout in a row for... No, I'm sorry. Let's see. When we don't know, why guess? We can, at any time, go to the box score. And that was Johnny Podres' 6th strikeout of the game. Back to the game we go. Andre Rogers hits a ball to right field. This is a tough chance for Jim Gilliam. He makes the play, shoestring catch for Jim Gilliam in right field, and that's out number 2. Bob Schmidt is the next hitter, and Schmidt will single the center. And yes, Bill Rigney will call back Mike McCormick. His day is done. The Giants need some offense. And in to bat will be left-handed batter Willie. No, I'm sorry. Podres is a left-hander. We'll bring in a right-handed batter. And that will be... Who could that be? It'll be... Yes, Danny McConnell. Danny McConnell will come in. On the season, Danny McConnell is 0 for 4. And McConnell strikes out for out number 3. The Giants need a new pitcher. Let's see who's available in the bullpen. And these are all active players. The great thing about replay baseball is it manages the bullpen for you. Manage the bullpen and the 25-man roster for you, I should say. The Giants will bring in right-hander Joe Shipley. On the season, this is his 6th game. He has an ERA of 17.36. Let's see if Shipley could shut down Rapolsky, Dick Gray, and Bob Lillis. And Rapolsky hits a ball left field. Another deep fly ball to Jackie Brandt, and that's out number 1. Dick Gray is up. And that's a fly ball to Felipe Alou, and he can't get it. And that gets by him for a double. A 1-out double for Dick Gray. 1-out runner in scoring position with the Dodgers already up 4-1. And that's a single for Bob Lillis. In to score is Dick Gray, and the Giants fall behind 5-1. Joe Pignatano, the catcher, Joe Pignatano, strikes out for out number 2. Johnny Podres, who was pitching a stellar game. His only blemish happened in the first inning. Johnny Podres hits a ball to the center fielder, Willie Mays. Lazy fly ball, no problem for Willie Mays, and that's out number 3. And to the bottom of the 6th we go, with the Los Angeles Dodgers increasing their lead to 5-1. Jim Davenport, top of the order for the Giants. Let's see what they can do against Johnny Podres, who has handcuffed them. Ground ball. Bob Lillis is there. Easy out. Out number 1. Jackie Brandt. And Brandt hits a fly ball to Don Demeter. And that's out number 2. Willie Mays is up. Let's see what Willie Mays can do. And Willie Mays hits a ball into the gap between Rapolsky and Demeter for a stand-up 2-out double. 2 out for Orlando Cepeda. Now, Johnny Podres would like to keep the lead. Walter Alston is holding up 4 fingers, and that'll be an intentional walk to Orlando Cepeda. 2 out, 2 on, and that's for Felipe Alou, and that's a fly ball to Rapolsky. Rapolsky's been busy out there, and he puts the squeeze on it for out number 3. Top of the 7th for Jim Gilliam. And Gilliam will get a leadoff walk. Charlie Neal is up. And that's another walk. Back-to-back walks for Joe Shipley. And Rigney needs to hold the game right at 5-1. He cannot afford his team giving up more runs. and he's going to the mound, and he's pulling out Joe Shipley in favor of Al Worthington. On the season, Al Worthington, this is his 9th game. He has a 2-0 record and a 3.12 ERA. He'll face Don Demeter and struck him out for out number 1. Gil Hodges is up. Let's see, Gil Hodges so far is 1 for 3. And Hodges will hit the ground ball to Cepeda. Over to Andre Rogers for 1, and that's all they'll get. 2 out with runners at the corners for Rip Ripolsky. And Ripolsky hits a ground ball to Davenport. He goes to Spencer, covering the bag at second for out number 3. We're going to stretch. 7th inning stretch, and the Giants need some offense, and they need it quick. Johnny Podres is large and in charge. And Spencer will hit a ground ball to Charlie Neal. No problem. Easy play. Flips it to Hodges for out number 1. Andre Rogers. And Rogers will draw a walk. A 1-out walk for Andre Rogers. He didn't get the lead, and it'll be up to Bob Schmidt, the catcher. And Schmidt singles past Lillis into left field, and suddenly the Giants have something cooking. Worthington will come out. He'll be pinch hit, and the pinch hitter will be probably Eddie Brissoud. Yes, it will. Eddie Brissoud will be the pinch hitter against Johnny Podres. Now let's see how fresh Johnny Podres is. Johnny Podres has faced 26 batters. He gets tired at 27, so he deserves to stay in with only 5 hits in 7 innings. So let's see. Walter Alston will take it batter by batter and see how it goes. And Brissoud strikes out. Clutch strikeout for Johnny Podres. Brooklyn Dodgers, Los Angeles Dodgers stalwart. Jim Davenport, to the top of the order we go with 2 out. And Davenport, that's a sky-high fly ball, medium right field, and Gilliam is there for out number 3. Top of the 8th. The Giants will bring in Gordon Jones. You can see some of the players are in red. That means they are tired. So they have a somewhat depleted bullpen. Luckily, the Giants are only playing 1 game on this Sunday, which usually is reserved for doubleheaders. So that's a good thing. And Dick Gray will hit a ground ball to Davenport, fires it across the diamond to Cepeda for out number 1. The shortstop is Bob Lillis, and Lillis draws a 1-out walk, which brings up the catcher, Joe Pignatano. And Pignatano will hit a ground ball to Davenport. Slow roller, his only play is to Cepeda, and that's out number 2. Over to second goes Bob Lillis. And Walt Alston will leave Johnny Podres in the game. And Podres will single to center field, rounding third, and he can score. He is held by. He will not challenge Willie Mays' He will not challenge Willie Mays' arm. So runners at the corners, top of the order for Gilliam. And Gilliam will single through the box, and that scores Lillis. Padres will hold a second, and it's 6-1 Dodgers. Bringing up Charlie Neal. And Neal will hit a fly ball to Felipe Alou, medium right field. He makes the play for out number 3, but the Dodgers score another run, increasing their lead to 6-1. Bottom of the 8th, Jackie Brandt. And Brandt draws a leadoff walk. And that'll be it. Walter Alston has seen enough. Slaps Johnny Podres back for a good game. And that'll be it. And the Dodgers will rely on Clem Labine to hopefully get the last outs of the game. We shall see. This is Labine's 14th game. He has a 1-0 record with 4 saves and a 4.30 ERA. He'll face Willie Mays. Not an easy task. And Mays hits a fly ball to deep right field. Gilliam is there for out number 1. Orlando Cepeda. And Cepeda will hit a ball to Dick Gray. Dick Gray fires it to second for 1. And a bang-bang play over to first, not in time. Cepeda beats it out. His speed was a help to avoid the double play. 2 out, 1 on for Felipe Alou. And Alou strikes out, and that's out number 3. To the 9th we go. The Dodgers with a seemingly commanding 6-1 lead. Gordon Jones will face Demeter, Hodges, and Rapolsky. And a walk, leadoff walk for Don Demeter. He's going nowhere. He's not stealing. Everyone knows that. And that is a ball hit into the gap between Mays and Brandt. Rounding third, going to home, Neil Heaves decided to hold. Third base coach puts the brakes on. Runners at second and third, and the Dodgers are threatening for a bigger lead. Runners on second and third, nobody out, no choice but to draw the infield in. And that's a dribbler to the catcher. And all the runners go back to their bases. And that is out number 1. Ground ball, 2-3. All runners hold. Infield is still in for Dick Gray. And that is a single past Rogers into right field. Scoring is Demeter. Scoring is Hodges. And it's 8-1. Rigney has seen enough. He's pulling out Gordon Jones, and he'll bring in Stu Miller. On the season, this is Stu Miller's 9th game. He has a 0-1 record, 3 saves, and a 1.88 ERA. He needs to make these final 2 outs. And that is ball 1. And that is a walk. Bob Lillis walks. Things are going from bad to worse for the San Francisco Giants. Pignatano. And Pignatano hits a fly ball to right field. And that's deep enough to advance to third, the runner, Dick Gray. 2 out. And Clem Labine will be asked to bat. With a big lead, he'll be asked to hit. And Labine strikes out for out number 3. To the bottom of the 9th, Labine will face Spencer Rogers and the catcher Bob Schmidt. Spencer hits a ground ball to Gil Hodges. He'll take it to the bag himself. That's out number 1. Andre Rogers. Andre Rogers, fly ball. Jim Gilliam is there, and that's out number 2. Last at bat, last chance. Not last at bat, last chance. Bob Schmidt. And Schmidt hits the ball to Gray, and Gray boots it. A 2-out error. Now we'll take out Stu Miller. We'll bring in a pinch hitter. If the Giants miraculously score 7 runs here, we'll have to figure out who to put in. But for the time being, the hitter will be Willie Kirkland. Kirkland on the season, batting .368, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. And Kirkland will hit the ball deep to left field. Rapolsky is there, and that's out number 3, and that's the ball game. The Los Angeles Dodgers in a convincing win, 8-1 over the San Francisco Giants. The winning pitcher is Johnny Podres. His record goes to 3-1. Losing pitcher is Mike McCormick. The Dodgers, 8 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. The San Francisco Giants, 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors. And here is the box score. The Dodgers improve to 15-13, and the Giants fall to 12-13. I want to thank everyone for watching this. Appreciate any feedback. It's always great to know what the viewers are liking and not liking. Thank you very much, and see you soon.